Welcome back. Let's play some more 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Good luck. So I spent the last half hour reading the first 70 pages of Seigo Sato's book. It talks about basics of fourth file rook strategy and offers a number of tips that maybe apply to a broader array of positions. And the book is presented in a quiz format, so you can test your mastery of the material. That said, this setup was not covered in the first two chapters. No, the first chapter was about more fundamentals of the most basic variations, and then the second chapter had to do with diagonal climbing silver. But it was covered from Senta's perspective. So take this all with a grain of salt. Um, Interesting. Um, is there a trap? I'm just deeply curious. I am so curious at this point. I need to know. Bishop 5-5 looks fascinating. Even Bishop 4-6 looks, or 6-4 looks fascinating. Um, hmm. Oh, there's a third option here. I'm slow, but being slow occasionally means I get to find some really fun moves. This looks fun. Yes, that took me at least a minute to find. It felt like a minute. You guys are watching the clock, I'm sure. Oh, today's proverb I didn't speak about. With the gold and silver reversed, you are bound to get in trouble. Makes sense to me. Who would do such a thing? Surely not I. I would never get my pieces mixed up, right? Um, Alright, my bishop's done its duty. Let's go back and cover the lance and keep my pawns in hand until a better opportunity presents itself.
7分。
Hmm. Alright, I'll expose my rook. There's no sense in waiting on that. As fun as it might be to try to set some kind of trap. We don't need traps here. We just need good moves. So, this castle is a fun shape. I'm not a fan of the knight being here. Yeah, this is super not coordinated. But the task is for me to find a way to successfully invade my opponent's position. And I have not yet succeeded at that task. Okay. Oh, earlier today I was also watching Shogi Horoki explain. I need to rewatch it. It was wonderful. It was too early this morning. But he thoroughly explained a system, and hopefully I can recall that and be able to tell you guys more about it soon. So I'm going to blunt this diagonal. Okay. That's adventurous. Sure. Like, I don't disagree with my opponent fighting back. I would fight back too. I'm just not sure what they can do. And this somewhat exposes the king. Ah. I walked into something. Gosh darn it. Okay then. Plan B. Something. I don't know. Resign.
5分
We'll push here. I missed that they got a pawn in hand. It's a crucial detail. Alright, thanks for the game. I'm trying to click the resign button. 1 down, 2 to go. Alright, let's play again. This is why I don't tend to play subtle openings. I'm not particularly good at them. With study, I'll make progress. Good luck. It's going to take a lot of study, and the progress is going to be so slow. And the things I study are not even going to appear on the board for the longest time. And that is just soul-crushing, in a way. But with diligent study, I can improve and demonstrate mastery over time. Just is going to take time to get done. And the results are not going to be immediate. I do like, though, how Seigo Sato walks you through so many puzzles and provides thorough explanations with each critical situation. There just are a lot of critical situations. Fourth file rook's not the easiest system to master. So my opponent has like thoroughly defended against my playing fourth file rook here. I can't break open the fourth file. Alright, we're going to push here instead. Or rather, we're pushing here, the opponent closes the diagonal. And now I get to attack over here. I don't know for certain which way this is going to go. Guess what? I'm building a castle. I don't know this one as well as I might. Well, I don't know. It's a popular one, though, isn't it? It's supposed to be able to resist attacks from the head. I'm gonna get so crushed here for reasons I will not understand for a very long time. But, yeah, no, I don't see how to crush this on its head. It's something I might need to work on. All my pieces are loose. That's not good. I'm going to defend my rook and my silver and everything. Yeah, I was going to take the knight next, but no such luck here. Color me confused. Again.
$7
Alright, I think this is playable. I'm hearing inclement weather on the horizon, so I might wrap up quickly after game 3. Hopefully things hold until then. So I have active pieces and I have a castle. There was one turn where all my pieces were hanging, and that I defended many of my pieces there. Otherwise, I could have exchanged the bishop for the knight, done a knight fork. But the opponent has a solid castle, so I was not optimistic about my chances there. Here, I have chances, but never got to complete the fortress because my opponent attacked too swiftly. But yeah, with the gold and silver reversed, it's difficult to hold that shape. Okay. So rather than allowing bishop takes or rook takes, I'm going to support this silver. Silver's left to climb, gold's left to stay on the bottom side of the board. It's just how they operate most effectively. Okay. That is a bishop drop. I try to blunt this as much as I can. Incidentally, also preventing knight up, but not that that was going to happen. Okay. Would you like to give me your bishop? They would. Yep, that makes sense. Alright. We're in the take a piece, give a piece jar. If I take this, bad things happen quickly. If I don't take it, I don't have a pawn to drop. What do I do? This position without a pawn to drop is uncomfortable. We'll put this on an open diagonal. I mean, maybe I could put on this diagonal instead, but that all... Oh, wait a second. Yeah, that's strong. Hmm. Okay. I run away. Um. Hmm. This bishop drop might have been exactly the defense I needed. Wouldn't it be so nice if that were actually true? Shogi's never so simple. Yeah, that's game. Again. There's nothing I can do.
5分。
Alright, thanks for the game. 2 down, 1 to go. I couldn't tell you what it is I should be doing differently other than just not playing the system. But how am I going to learn it if I don't play it and then study my games later? Good luck. Alright, game 3, we're doing something different. Can I push the bishop to the edge? It's legal. It might not be wise. Alright, well, I'm confused. Here we go. At least I'm not the only confused player here. This silver advance has made this an exciting situation. Okay. What a dynamic position. Oh, this knight is prone. If I just get a pawn. Well, let's get a pawn now. It's not all we're doing. Sure, the mainline Urashino attack with the bishop supporting the silver ain't happening here. But we don't need the main line. I've got an attack. Now I've got 2 pawns in hand. And I'm afraid to use them. Alright, so... Jeez. We've made a mess of things, haven't we? I'll retreat my bishop to safety. Wow, I've really spooked them. Would you look at that? My kingdom for a pawn. It'd be nice to have one more pawn here. Okay, fine, we'll go here instead. So, there's stuff I can attack on this diagonal next. Or maybe I push through the center. I don't know. Pawn drop 2-2 isn't quite profitable enough. I'm gonna regret that later, but now is not later. We'll live in the moment. Okay. Again, having one more pawn would be kind of nice. We'll just have to attack what we can. Yeah, like I can't get away with pawn 2-2. I don't have something that would help me mate. I don't have that extra pawn, so just gonna make do with what we've got. Pawn takes, silver takes, etc. just makes things worse. I've got a clear shot. I'll take it. Normally pawn 5-5 is pretty strong, but in this situation, I can slow it a bit.
7分。
Now does pawn takes, silver takes, bishop takes, silver drop, bishop takes, pawn take. Yeah, it's too dangerous. Oh, hang on. I've got a fork. That's a fork. The fork gains time if pieces run from it. If pieces don't run from it, I gain material. I attack your bishop. There's still amenable to a bishop trade. Now I'm threatening another fork, which is why I did the bishop exchange. That's a fork. Okay. That's legal. Let's take this first. That looks desperate. Probably because it is. Okay. If you take my gold, I retreat. Probably. I'm okay with things quieting down for a second here. So I've got 3 generals and a rook protecting my king, and I have a rook in hand. How can I throw this game? I threw the last 2 games. Is it beyond me to be able to throw 3 games in a row? Shogi's hard. Playing familiar systems makes it easier. And, like, I've been of this position for years on this channel that you don't need to memorize lots of openings in order to play the game. The caveat there is that if you don't know the openings and you try playing something really intricate, like I was trying to play the last couple games, you will get blown off the board. It hurts. So you just need to be able to accept that, like, if you're going to play systems you've seen me previously play on this channel, if you're going to play that, you need to accept that you're just going to get worse positions all the time, and there's nothing you can do about it until you properly study. You could seek out help from a shogi club or coach or something like that. They can help you. But it's going to take some work to work on the openings. Now, because of that, you might find an attitude in the West, at least at some amateur players, they might be discouraged somehow by this. Thinking, gosh, yeah, it's going to take so much study. I might as well just put all of my effort into opening study. And I'm not sure that that's right either. Even if, like, that could win games, ultimately you will plateau if that's the only thing you work on. So, Shogi's just such a rich game. And it's what makes it such, I don't know, such a wonderful thing to experience. Um,
5分。
they have a bishop in hand. I need to be careful. This isn't strictly defensive. I could also maybe break this file and use that to get inroads to hit the king somehow. Hmm. This is a defensive move, but I think I have time for it. We'll find out if I'm wrong, won't we? Um, mhm. So that's a attacking and defending move. Oh my gosh. That's pretty sharp. Right? I have to give back some material. So be it. You want my rook? You can have it. I want your king. I'm not getting your king, am I? Why does this always happen? I escape my rook because I don't see a better move. This is... Yep.
3分。
Alright. Fine. Whatever. I'll try to break this file. I just don't have 4 pieces to attack with here. The proverb about 4 pieces being a mate kind of matters when I don't have 4 to attack with. Um, let's break this open too. Do I jump the knight? Like, at this point, why not?
2分30秒。
Let's use it. Use it or lose it. Mm-hmm. So this is the thing I've been building up to, is hitting this pawn and that pawn. Hmm. If I take this pawn, I'm probably screwed somehow.
2分。
Yeah, I don't have quite enough here to break in. So back I retreat. They're going to drop another general out here somewhere. Well, if they do, I can exchange for it and start breaking this down. They don't. Of course they don't. Hmm.
1分30秒。
Okay. Let's go. Ever onward, ever forward, etc. Take one of those. Um, where's the golden proverb that makes all other proverbs obsolete? We could use one of those. This king is gonna escape.
1分。
That's pretty scary. I have to defend. We know my thoughts about defending. They're just gonna reinforce this point again. I have no choice but to take it. They didn't defend. I couldn't explain why they didn't defend, but they didn't. Maybe they're winning anyway, and it doesn't matter. Don't know.
30秒。
Thanks for the game. Yeah, they didn't defend. That was an experience. I counted 3 games. I'm not sure how many you counted. No, I resigned quickly in 2. That's why this finished so fast. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.